It was the worst day of my life.
Her husband was killed when he went to work at the Hamburg Toys R Us store. Tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from the widow of Larry Wells. Good evening to you. Donna's off tonight. Now, that summer day last June changed the life of Jill Wells forever. She was just a few months away from giving birth to the couple's second child when her husband was found stabbed to death. Now, in her first television interview, she's opening up about the pain and the anger and about moving forward now as a single mother. News 4's Lou Ragu sat down with her.
Yeah, and Jill Wells decided to do this interview because she wants everyone to know the kind of person her husband was. She wants to take the focus off his killer.
Mom, how old was I here?
You were probably 3.
Jill Wells has a photo album
Like that one.
What is that?
to look through with her children, 4-year-old Madison and 4-month-old Peyton,
Daddy on the beach here.
of her husband Larry, from his birth to the last night they shared with him. His last photo ever taken,
Oh no.
true to his personality, was the aftermath of playing dress-up with his daughter.
Daddy's earrings I put on.
Uh-oh.
All this taken away on a normal June morning when Larry Wells went to work.
It was horrible. I still can picture everything. It was the worst day of my life.
Jill got the news from coworkers who came to her door and told her there was a stabbing at the Toys R Us. Larry was in the hospital, but he was already gone when she arrived.
So unfair. I mean, he was just doing his job.
And then to learn months later that Larry's killer was his coworker, the loss prevention manager, Bernie Grusha, the same man who returned to the crime scene to help police and comfort coworkers.
How can someone that just killed somebody go back to a store, pretend that they didn't do anything, and then hug coworkers and, tell them, oh, it's going to be okay?
And days later, the killer offered his condolences in person at Larry's funeral.
If you could say anything to that guy, what would you say?
Just why? I mean, why ruin our family? Why ruin your family? I mean, for what?
But Jill does not want Larry to be remembered as the man the Toys R Us killer stabbed to death. She wants him to be remembered as a loving dad who would do anything for his family.
Oh my God, he was the best dad. I mean, he would do anything for Madison. He goofed around with her. On his days off, he took her to Chuck E. Cheese, played with her.
Larry and Jill started dating at age 15 and never stopped. They went to college together, got married, and gave birth to an energetic girl who doesn't just look like her dad, but shares his personality.
Daddy's so good.
Then, 20 years after their first date, the couple learned they were expecting another child. A sonogram told them it was a girl. Larry said he liked the name Peyton. So when she was born 5 months after his death, that's what Jill named her, Peyton Laren. And this baby is helping Jill through this dark time.
She is the best baby. She is the most smiley baby, and I mean, she makes you happy.
Look at Mama, these places where we went to.
Yeah.
Peyton never met her dad, but Jill and Maddie will make sure she knows him.
Daddy's book.
Yeah, Yankees.
That's what it's favorite.
What is it about him that you're going to miss the most?
Just being able to tell him everything. Watching it with Maddie, and, I'm not going to be able to see it with Peyton, but, I mean, that's what I miss the most.
Jill says they'll never forget, but they will have to move forward. She'll stay strong for these girls and make sure there is happiness in their lives. She says that's exactly what Larry would want.
He loved everyone, he loved us.
And Bernard Grusha pleaded guilty to manslaughter. It was a plea deal that will keep him in prison for 25 years. I talked with Jill about the plea, and I'll have that coming up on News 4 at 6.
It is wonderful that she allowed you to do this and that she's giving us a fuller picture of her husband. What a beautiful family they are.
Yeah.
Now, she knew Bernard Grusha.
She did. In fact, in a sense, he hired Larry because he was a manager at the time that Larry was hired on the floor. So she knew a lot of the coworkers
So she did
there.
know him. And what does she think happened there with this murder? What happened?
Remember, after the plea, Grusha's attorney claimed that his client was there just to steal, that he never meant to kill anyone.
Right.
Well, Jill doesn't believe that, and I'll share what she thinks coming up at News 4 at 6 as well.
So it'll be interesting to hear what she thinks because she knew everybody involved here. Thank you so much,
You're
Lou.
welcome.